Back to our channel. Today we are covering question and answers on SC-300 Microsoft Identity and Access Administrator. To find the complete list of question and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to our channel. Today's questions are: you have an Azure Active Directory tenant named Contoso.com. You implement entitlement management to provide resource access to users at a company named Fabricam Inc. Fabricam uses a domain named fabricam.com. Fabricam users must be removed automatically from the tenant when access is no longer required. You need to configure the following settings: block external user from signing in to this directory, no. Remove external user, yes. Number of days before removing external user from this directory, 90. What should you configure on the identity governance blade? Option A, access packets. Option B, entitlement management settings. Option C, terms of use. And option D, access review settings. The correct answer is option B. Next question is: you have an Azure Active Directory P1 tenant. You need to review the Azure AD sign-in logs to investigate sign-ins that occurred in the past. For how long does Azure AD store events in the sign-in logs? Option A, 14 days. Option B, 30 days. Option C, 90 days. And option D, 365 days. The correct answer is option B. Please go through the table. For which resources can you create an access review? Option A, Group 1, Role 1 and Contributor only. Option B, Group 1 only. Option C, Group 1, App 1, Contributor and Role 1. And option D, Role 1 and Contributor only. The correct answer is option C. Next question is: you have an Azure Active Directory tenant that uses conditional access policies. You plan to use third-party security information and event management to analyze conditional access usage. You need to download the Azure AD log by using the administrative portal. The log file must contain changes to conditional access policies. What should you export from Azure AD? Option A, audit logs in CSV format. Option B, sign-ins in CSV format. Option D, audit logs in JSON format. And option B, sign-in in JSON format. The correct answer is option C. Next question is: you have a Microsoft 365 tenant. You have 100 IT administrators who are organized into 10 departments. You create to access review shown in the following exhibit. Go through the pictures. You discover that all access review requests are received by Mega and Bowen. You need to ensure that the manager of each department receives the access reviews of their respective department. You add each manager as a fallback reviewer. Does this meet the goal? Option A, yes. Option B, no. Correct answer is option B. Next question is: you have an Azure Active Directory tenant that contains the objects shown in the Please go through the table. Which object can you add as eligible in Azure AD Privileged Identity Management for an Azure AD role? Option A, User 1, Guest 1 and Identity 1. Option B, User 1 and Guest 1 only. Option C, User 1 only. And option D, User 1 and Identity 1 only. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, you have an Azure Active Directory tenant that contains the following groups. Name Group 1, Members User 1, User 2, Owner User 3. On January 15, 2021, you create an access review as shown in the exhibit. Please go through the pictures. Users answer the review questions as shown in the following table. Please go through the table. For each of the following statements, select yes if the statement is true, otherwise select no. Go through the answer area. And the correct answer is. Next question is, your company has an Azure Active Directory tenant named Contoso.com. The company has a business partner named Fabricam Inc. Fabricam uses Azure AD and has two verified domain names of fabricam.com and litwareinc.com. Both domains names are used for Fabricam email addresses. You plan to create an access package named Package 1 that will be accessible only to the users at Fabricam. You create a connected organization for Fabricam. You need to ensure that the Package 1 will be accessible only to users who have fabricam.com email addresses. What should you do? Please go through the answer area. And the correct answer is. Next question is, you have an Azure Active Directory tenant named Contoso.com that has Azure AD identity protection policies enforced. You create an Azure Sentinel instance and configure the Azure Active Directory connector. You need to ensure that Azure Sentinel can generate incidents based on the risk alerts raised by Azure AD identity protection. What should you do first? Option A, add a Microsoft Sentinel data connector. Option B, configure the notify settings in Azure AD identity protection. Option C, create a Microsoft Sentinel playbook. And option D, modify the diagnostic settings in Azure AD. And the correct answer is option A. Thank you.